Hey guys, Robert Grimmer is back with another lateral game. I just had a game against an Indian player. Let's have a look at the game. So he opens with the e4, and I play my system. He tries to take center, and I play one variation of my system. Um, I have several actually, and I played it for many years, so I have a lot of moves in my pocket in this system. You can actually check it out. I have a Facebook page for it, and I will make videos also and a book about it. But let's have a look how it works in real game. And this guy is not bad. I actually played him before. I won, but he's not bad. He knows, and he had played this system against me before, so he knows what he's dealing with. And you can see it because he plays extremely solid and really. And I try to check him out with some moves, dynamic, a little bit. Not just because Carlson does it, I've always done it like that, but I like to check out the opponent through some moves in the opening, so to speak. For example, that queen, what can the white respond to that? And the queen is has a little better position there, more dynamic. So, and now I go for the next weak point, make him think. It's like a question: do you want me to take it, or do you want to defend it? And now I have a chance to develop my pieces. He attacks my bishop, which I have to exchange because I already decided that before, that if he threatens me, I will change the bishop for a knight. Uh, and now I claim back the center. And also, it's a new question: will you stay on that diagonal, or will you move away from the pawn diagonal? He decides to first take and then move away from the pawn diagonal, attack my queen. And that's okay. I will move back my queen to a better position that's more safe. And now we have a stabilized position, and both are pretty much equal. And he decides to castle, which I say is castling you should never do prematurely. You should wait until exactly right moment to castle when you don't get in trouble for it. You should not follow these standard things that you should castle according to general rules or so on. It's not going to be good for you in the long run. You should always castle exactly when castling is due, when there is a little bit of space for it, and you don't get in any kind of trouble at all afterwards. Of course, it's really hard to say, but you can probably figure it out if you think about it a little bit. You should not do it just by some kind of rule of thumb or something. I castle because castling long would be very dangerous with both bishop aiming at me and then the pawn storm coming and so forth. Okay, I push. Let's look back to that again. I push the f pawn just to get a opening for my rooks. I want to be the attacker. I want to make that clear through that move. And he decides to take. He sees weaknesses in my position, and I see weaknesses in his position. So now we have like a unbalanced position, which I prefer actually. I don't like the balanced stuff uh, because it gets boring and it's hard to play in those situations. Now we get some sort of, yeah, what you say. It's like really, we are evening out each other, and we try to find this this better constellation for both of us. But he decides to move his queen. Uh, Now I have a chance to get my rook in play, but it's of course there is a price to pay for it, and you'll see the price soon. And that is the queen king coming out and be able white is able to attack it, but I have another move in my pocket. So I want to get my king into h8, and now I can use his badly placed queen to my advantage instead of having it as a weakness. So yeah, now I think I am way better position. But Now he's of course a little psyched by that, and he plays the knight, which I think is a losing move because I can fork the bishop and the knight, but uh, it takes a little bit of calculation to make sure that that is a sound fork. It's not always, especially when a player goes into that fork like that, then you have to be careful. But it can also be a bluff. In this case, I think it's completely bluff. But I still want to take use of my rook file, and I do that immediately because then I have my rook placed in perfect position, which is amazing because then I have a new piece in the attack constellation, and I got it for free. That move for free, and that piece for free into the attack constellation. A piece is not worth anything until it is in attack constellation, or at least able to move into an attack constellation. Uh, so that's how I value pieces dynamically and in how far they are from a complete attack constellation position. Okay, so now I have some kind of initiative. I can keep on attacking his queen to try to get my more pieces into attack constellation. Okay, and he moves back, and now I have a chance to move my knight into further deeper attack constellation. Now I'm in direct contact with the king. Through one move, I have a check on him, and that's one of the higher valued attack constellation moves situations. It's important to try to reach those higher value constellation positions. So he has one move, I think, yes, and now his queen is back at that. But now I have, of course, I can take. I did hesitate a little bit to take that because you know, I mean, it's obviously good, but at the same time, my knight can't be taken because then my rook is hanging, like a bungee jump thing, So you have a bungee jumping rook, and it's not really nice if someone cut the cord for it. Yeah. So let's see what happens because now he has to move his king. Sorry about my cold. Uh, very cold in Sweden at the moment. And let's see. So I decided to fork him right now. Maybe I actually took a lot of time to think about it, but at the same time, it was very complex, and I had to move pretty fair. You see, we have pretty little time, and just a 5 minute game more or less. Actually, it's a rapid game, but still, you have to move quickly. I decided to take, but then he has this quite daunting knight that you don't know where it's gonna end up. But at the same time, uh, I had a plan. My plan was this. It looks strange, looks dangerous, but I thought my. I mean, the thing is really situation is really complex, but I thought that yeah, I think it's solid enough because he has. It takes him time to get in position to take use of it. He takes the pawn. That's pretty. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. I take back, and he takes. So now we have two pawns, and I have one knight for it. But now he threatens my rook. So things are not really good to me for me actually. So I kind of made a mistake here for sure because he gets some initiative and he's getting my knight here at d7 is really in trouble, and if the that knight is in trouble, my rook at f6 is in trouble, and I have to move my rook, so it's not good right now. So I bluff him here. I try to make him a little bit confused, and it works. He decides to take with with his bishop, and I take, and king takes, and now I at least have some sort of initiative here, and I check, and he moves, and now I find an idea what I can do here. I realize that he is gonna try to check me with his queen, and then I can threaten his queen, and that's what happens. And now you see that that's not all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a little bit more sneaky than that, and I think you can spot it right now because I'm threatening his queen, but at the same time I'm threatening mate at through f3 g2, right? What can he do? Can't do much. So that's the problem. So he takes the knight, but he's already dead because I check him, and then it's mate. So let's look back at that. This was the position. Is there any defense? Well, he can of course protect the mate. No, he can't. You see, it's actually mate in two different ways. So it's even mate if the rook moves here. So it's mate here. It's terrible actually. So yeah, in a way lucky, but also of course it was a planned last combination. But I did make a mistake here, a huge mistake here when he took the pawn here, because here this move is not really good because well, it's not that easy to exploit either. But let's see, should be something better than he did. What did he do? He took there. Yeah, exactly. I think he should have played. Maybe he should just grab the knight. Sorry. Yeah, because then he has a check here. No, I'm not sure it was a lost game. Let's check. Threat is rook to h7 check. Is there any other threat? There's also threat at d8 check. More than that, maybe not. Wasn't that bad, but still, it's not fun to have a rook so far down, and also able to check me in the next move. So it's not very good. But of course, maybe I should just back down my rook and see what happens. No, I can't do that. That's bait. So you see, I'm already in trouble here. But it's hard to exploit it, but he probably can. I will just move my king, then see what he do. Maybe check me. Checks or not because I can't read. If I go here, he would continue to check me. Then oh. So you see, it was not good. It's very unclear what will happen. I will probably lose, most likely. I don't have any attack edge, and yeah, so I was slightly lucky here that he chose the right piece to take, because I got an initiative back and I have managed to find a clever way to mate him. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the game. I did. Cheers. Have a great weekend.